and welcome to this video presented by myself, Alex Wainwright, Dotty Bride previous, bridal coach and bridal consultant with Dotty. Now I have got my notes here because if you've watched my previous video you will know I am fresh from having a baby. So I just want to make sure that I've got everything covered because we have been asking you guys what it is you want help with. So I want to make sure that I've got all the specifics covered off for you. So today's video we are going to talk about helping you overcome some of the things that we hear very regularly. So we've got three things: sizing, we've got cancelling those appointments when you found the one, and also we've got not trying on enough dresses. So I'm going to cover all of that off for you and hopefully give you a bit of encouragement and a bit of empowerment in moving forward, obviously, in your wedding journey, if you are yet to book your appointments or if you are kind of in the middle of the process. So sizing, we have done a whole video on sizing, and I feel like sizing is something that brides worry about because more often than not it's totally different to high street sizing. What you are in the high street you will probably not be in bridal, and it can deflate people, and we're kind of here to help normalise that. So sizing, before you go to these boutiques, or if you're going to go to one boutique, have that conversation. Have they got dresses in sizes that you're obviously going to be able to try on? Some only stock really small dresses and some only stock bigger dresses. You want to make sure that there's a range. So Dotty, for example, speaking from experience, they stock sizes 6 to 22, and they'll have dresses in, the same dress in multiple sizes in different colourways, and they actually have a range or a collection that's known as your size, to try and normalise women's sizing in general and just kind of being confident in the size that you are. So they also have things like clamps, so if the dresses are too big they can clamp you in, or if it's too small then obviously they can put panels in as well. When I found my dress, the dress was 3 sizes too small. It would not zip up. I had my knickers hanging out the back, and it wasn't the best moment of my life, but I could see that dress was my dress. I knew that dress was my dress. So it's really about being able to envisage that. Okay, so yes, a dress may not fit you perfectly. Not one bridal gown will, unless it's specifically been tailored to you. So it's about having that kind of, you being able to see it in the best way possible. So it's making sure that these boutiques can help you do that the best they can. So it's really having that conversational piece before you actually visit. So that is number one. The next topic, which I feel is something that a lot of people actually, is the reason why they hold back from finding their dress, because they might not want to ring that next boutique that they're booked in at and cancel that appointment. They might just go just to make sure. They might just go because they don't obviously want to ring them and say they're not coming. Honestly, speaking from a boutique's point of view, I have asked the question to numerous boutiques now, and they would prefer for you guys to let them know. They're happy that you found the dress. They understand that not every bride is going to find their dress in their boutique. Okay, so it's knowing that and having the confidence then to ring up or get somebody else to ring up, because they would rather then offer that appointment to somebody else that could potentially find, their dress with them. They wouldn't want their time wasting or your time wasting by just going just to try on for the sake of it. They would rather give that appointment to somebody else. So do not worry about ringing up and cancelling those appointments, okay? Do not worry. Do not let that ruin your little bubble that you've created when you are finding your dress and the excitement's there and you are, but you're just thinking, oh, but what about that other boutique? No, honestly, it's okay to make that phone call, okay? And the final one is not trying enough. So that kind of links in. Brides often think, that there's all these dresses on the market and therefore they must try on hundreds of dresses to make sure that their dress is the one. As I've said on numerous occasions, all you are doing is diluting the process. Bridal dresses, they're changing continually. They're changing all the time. New things are coming out all the time. We could always be thinking, what if new dresses come out? We could always be thinking that. But I promise you, I promise you, once you have had that moment in your dress, whether it's the first shop, the second shop, the third or fourth, the fifth dress you've tried on, the first dress you've tried on, once you've had that moment, that is your dress. There is no need and absolutely no point keeping on trying, just in case. Honestly, I can't, go to Zara and try on umpteen dresses if that is what you want to do. But I promise you, it will just dilute your experience, and that is the last thing that you want. I've heard brides, and I've had conversations with brides that have looked back and thought, actually, it was a totally overwhelming process. Like, I didn't want to try on as many as I thought I did, but I was doing it because the hype was there. You're encouraged to try on so many because that's the narrative that's been around for years and years and years. But honestly, it is definitely about those moments. It's about that emotion, and it's about finding the one and then knowing that you have found it and being confident and empowered to go with that. So I hope that helps. Please, if it does help, then you know what to do. Share, invite your brides, your bride friends to obviously watch it. Do subscribe and make sure that you hit that bell so that you are notified when obviously we do more. And I will see you next time. Lots of love.